building. It's Zoe HULKY Hunte-Smith. Welcome.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. Sorry I'm running late.
That's okay. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Very welcome. Thanks for inviting me. First interview of many, I hope.
Of many, of course. For the listeners that don't know who you are, why don't you tell us who you are and how did you get into boxing?
Well, I'm Zoe Hunte-Smith. I'm from South London. Boxing, it's kind of accident, you know. I weren't meant to find boxing. I originally played football. Played football from a young age. I was a striker and a goalkeeper.
Oh wow!
So you don't get that much, but
did you play for any teams?
Played for AFC Wimbledon.
Nice.
Trials for Charlton. Played for Chelsea for a little while, and then I caught an injury, which stopped me from playing football. Just basically put on a load of weight. Needed to find something to get the weight off. And I found boxercise, and from then I kind of just fell in love with it. It found me, kind of, if you say so. So I fell in love with it, and from then I've never looked back.
And how did you think one day I'm going to become pro?
You know, I started off in, my amateur career started off in 2013, early 2014. So back then, there weren't really a lot of girls boxing, so whereas the boys was out like once a month, maybe I was out probably twice a year, 3 times a year if I was really lucky. I was boxing the same girls a few times. But I started and stopped a little bit. My amateur career, I only had 16 bouts. I started and stopped a lot, and then I always knew I wanted to go in the pro ranks because I feel like my style suits it better. And then basically I took a long break after my dad passing, and then I just was like, life's too short. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it now, and that's it. I'm gonna give it everything I've got, and that was it. From then I've never looked back.
Was there any boxers that you looked up to, like role models?
Female-wise, I don't know if Ava Knight, she was signed to the money team. She's just gone into MMA, and now she's doing both. She's following the money, as they say. Yeah. She's doing both. She's probably one of the ones that I looked up to because it wasn't that big, female boxing. She was just one, and then I remember seeing a clip of Anne Wolf. Anne Wolf. I remember seeing that, and I was just like, yeah, that's what I want to do. But I mean, right now, female boxing is in its prime, so
it's amazing.
Like the growth, obviously seeing the growth over the years as well. I was kind of lucky to see it from an amateur point of view and a professional point of view. I mean, the growth's amazing. You've got some amazing talent out there right now, small halls and big shows. So I guess it's just got to keep on growing.
What gym do you train at?
I'm based in the Lansbury gym. That's in Poplar. Trained and managed by Alec Wilkie. He's been in the game.
Very popular college.
Very well known.
Yeah. Very
well known in the game. So I'm in good hands. I know I'm in good hands. Get on really well. The relationship's great. So no complaints there.
What's he like as a coach?
Do you know what? He's a prime. He's not even, but like he's not too serious where I get frustrated at him, but it's not too unserious where the work doesn't get put in. He's really great. He's really supportive. Him and his brother Gary, both of them, they're just really great as coaches. Like he's little things that I'm picking up. Like I think the transition probably was the hardest part of going from amateur style to pro style. It's the hardest part for me, but I've taken my time in the gym, learned the technical rounds, putting in the work. So both of them as coaches are great.
Hi Zoe.
Hiya.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Obviously you got your pro day coming up.
Yeah.
You're cool.
29th of November.
29th of November.
Yeah.
How are you about that? How's training been?
Camp's going really good. You know, I thought my first camp I'd be like, camp, like I'm not going to enjoy it. It's going to be really hard. But the atmosphere and the energy in the camp, I can't complain about it. I'm really looking forward to my pro debut. Just excited. I'm ready to go. Like I've been in the game like 6 years. This has been a long time coming for me. It was a long process just getting here. So I'm just really excited to just showcase my skills and come for everything.
You ever been to a York Hall event?
Yeah.
How amazing is the
York
atmosphere?
Hall,
It's
I
unique.
can't. Yeah,
Unique.
like I couldn't have wished for a better place to have my debut. I mean, it's the home of British boxing.
It's iconic.
Who wouldn't want to have their debut there? Like, and some amateurs are lucky enough to fight there in the championships. You know what I mean? I never got that. So to make my debut there I can't complain at all.
Talk about your debut. Your opponent, you know much about your opponent?
We've just found an opponent, Scottish girl. Don't know too much. I think we'll go in this week and we'll just have a look at her, figure out a game plan. But do you know what? I've all the faith in the world in Alec. He knows what he's doing with me. He knows what we're doing in the gym. So I'm just ready mentally, get myself there mentally, and just be in the right mindset to perform on the night.
Speaking of Alec, how did you guys even meet? Because Alec is like a well-known coach in East London.
Yeah, like I'm from South. I'm like
Exactly,
deep
that's
in
what
the
I mean.
sticks in South.
Yeah.
Like, so what it was, I've had Alec on Facebook for a very long time. Very, very long time. I followed his career with Areti. She's had an IBF world title. This was a long time ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. Followed his career with Areti. I thought if anyone's gonna know female boxing, if it's back then, who better than now when it's in its prime. Obviously, my amateur club, Small Holdings, I trained alongside Chesney Hawkins. So obviously Chesney Hawkins turned over with him, and then just followed his career. And I thought, might as well just give it a shot. Met up, I had one session with Al, and I knew straight away, we just clicked. I knew straight away that was where I needed to be. So that was basically how we ended up. Just Facebook. It's amazing what social media can do for you.
It helps a lot, especially Instagram with the hashtags and everything. How's the ticket sales going at the moment?
Do you know what? Ticket sales are going great, but I don't think a lot of people realise the pressure it puts on a fighter. Like, if you don't sell tickets, you don't fight. And I don't think a lot of people realise that. A lot of people just think, the money's just going straight in their pocket. It don't.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of things that you have to pay out for before you even get in the ring, and it adds stress to your camp. And I think, luckily, I've got some really good sponsors by my side that help me out. So
you want to give a shout out to your sponsors?
Shout out to my sponsors. I've got the Eagle London in Vauxhall. I've got E Jackson and Co Roofing Specialist. Shout out to Ernie. He's massive help. I've got Carl at Universal Decorating, and I've got George at GK Sports Coaching.
Fantastic.
Helping me out. So without them, the dream wouldn't even be possible.
It's amazing.
It is amazing to think what someone could do, just seeing a vision that not many people really see.
Yeah.
It's hard, but we push through, we get there, and
it's hard work, it will pay off.
It will. Hard work always pays off, and I'm a firm believer in that. I think hard work beats talent, personally. I think if you put the work in, the universe will give whatever it needs back to you.
I agree, I fully agree with that. Obviously, I heard you and Joshua Boazzi have a good relationship.
Yeah, me and
Josh.
You know what? Me and Joshua, he's always supporting me, always messaging me, all the time. He'll always just, he's a most humblest, down to earth guys I've ever met in the boxing, especially in the boxing world, because the boxing world can sometimes be very political. But Josh, couldn't have a bad word to say about him, not at all. He'd come down to my amateur club when I was amateur to show the belts. We keep in touch a lot. So, and he's local, South boy as well. So he's local. The relationship there is just both ways, 50-50 thing.
How much does that motivate you? Obviously, having a fighter of his caliber, supporting you all the way. How much?
Do you know what? He's a big inspiration to. He's a very big inspiration, not only to me but everybody else. But it's big. I want that. That's the ultimate goal, really. Start off in the small halls and just make my way up as high as I can and get to where I need to be and get to where I know where I can be. I believe in myself, I believe in my abilities. So it's just having the opportunity or getting the right exposure to get there, because there is a lot of like small fighters that I believe should be on bigger platforms, and they don't get the exposure. They're not as lucky as to get the exposure as others do.
The card that you're on the 29th, do you know who the main event is? Do you know the other big fighters?
We have main event is a British and Commonwealth title fight.
Oh wow.
Rids versus Isaac Bose. That would be a really good fight. That would be a really good fight.
2 big belts on the line.
Two big belts on the line. So it's going to be a great night. So, not too sure on the rest of the undercard, but I know that as their main event, that would be a good bout. That would be a really good bout.
So for anyone that wants to come and support you that night, how can they get tickets?
You can follow me on Insta, which is HULKY_100. Facebook is Zoe HULKY-Hunte-Smith. And my ticket line, I forgot the number.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what, you can DM it to us and we'll put it on our story.
You guys
we'll put it on our story. And
please do. That would be great. All support is appreciated.
Of course.
Just trying to make a name for myself.
That's good. So you're a junior welterweight?
Yep.
So how does it feel like there's someone like Katie Taylor who just won the WBO title in that?
I know. Do you know what? Junior welterweight division right now, you've got some top females in there. You've got the likes of Katie Taylor, Jessica Moscow, you've got Chantel Cameron.
Yesterday as well.
Yeah, so you've got Sherelle Brown in there as well. So, listen, it is what it is. We all go in there, we all do a job, we've all got the same vision, and just hopefully I just exceed in it. That's all I can say. All I can say.
What's the goal for 2020? Do you want a title shot? Not obviously like a big belt, but like an English Southern area.
The goal for 2020, I'm trying to stay as busy. I would like to stay as busy as possible, and hopefully ending the year on a high, maybe a title fight for me. See what we can get, see what we can come up with. I'm not gonna rush my career. I don't want a rushed career. I'm gonna take my time, see what comes my way, and just grab the opportunity with both hands.
Where did the nickname Hulky come from?
Do you know what? It actually come from my nieces and nephews. I'm always around them all the time, like they're with me nearly every single day, and I used to have a bit of a temper on me, and one day my nephew Buddy is just like, Hulk, you're like the Hulk, and I was just like, from there it's just clicked. And I think obviously my style as well, I'm a bit like, I love to throw to the body. I do like a good trade. So it just all fitted, everything just fitted, and from then it's just stuck. People all the time, oh, Hulky, and I'm like, But it is what it is, I love it. It's my alter ego, as I'd say. So it fits perfectly. People are like, Hulky, and I'm like, yeah, Hulky.
So you just touched on something. So you said you had a bit of an anger before.
Yeah.
We had a guest last week, Yassi Boy's fighting on the 23rd. He actually spoke about that as well. He said that before he found boxing, he had a bit of a temper. He used to always get in fights, etc.
Yeah.
And boxing helped him a lot to sustain that and actually stay calm and walk away from fights or any confrontation. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't start boxing until I was quite late, to be honest with you. I didn't start my boxing until I was 19. So by then I'd already finished school, I'd done college, but the temper was still there, And then I walked in the boxing gym, and now I'd probably say I don't really have no anger issues whatsoever. Like, it's helped me so much, especially expressing myself, just going in the gym and hitting the bag. You come out and you feel so much lighter from the gym. Even running, I could run for miles and just be like, I feel so free running. Exercise is good for your mental health.
Yeah.
And I can't express that enough, how much it's helped me obviously get over some dark times in the past couple of years. So boxing saved me. I knew, just woke up one day and was like, this is it. Give the rest of my life to this.
What do you say to anyone who's maybe going through mental problems, stuff like that, not just through boxing or other sports, who you say for people to try and maybe get into?
Listen, I went through possibly the darkest time I could ever imagine. I lost my dad, and then basically a year later, I lost my uncle. So it was like back to back for me. I had a really tough time with that. But anything just to get you out of the house, any kind of sport, doesn't matter what it is. It could be football, it could be boxing, it could be rugby, it could be anything. Just to express yourself and just clear your mind. Because that 10 minutes or that 15 minutes that you're doing it for makes a huge, huge difference in your head and on your body. Healthy mind, healthy body, as I always say. So I just go straight for it. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Don't worry about what anybody else got to say about it. Do you, and that's the most, it's you versus you at the end of the day. So that's all I can say is just go and chase whatever you want to chase with everything and give it 100% all the time.
We've had knife crime campaigners on the show before, gloves up, knives down.
Yep,
They're
quite very popular there.
Yeah, and we're firm believers to get kids off the street, away from crime, from knife crime, gun crime. If there's anyone out there listening that's part of, let's say, a gang or is part of that life and wants to get out, do you have any messages for them how to, with boxing, sport, does it help?
Sport definitely helps. What I think the borough do need to, youth centres, we need to open up the youth centres again. Because I mean, I used to go youth centre every Friday, Thursday, Friday night, and then whatever it was, whether there was music there, whether we was just chilling, chatting with my friends or whatever. It was just a safe space for people to just express themselves and excel in life.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people now are just, it is scary. Like, I'm a bouncer. That's what I do as a job. And I've seen all sorts of people. I've seen all sorts of things. I've had people running to me, help me, that I need help, and running away from guns. It is a scary thing. You just got to remember, you're not alone. There's always someone out there in the same boat as you, and just don't be afraid to speak up and speak on the issue that's in hand.
So moving on, we spoke about Chantal Cameron yesterday.
Yeah.
She had a fight yesterday for title eliminator.
Yeah.
She's going to be fighting maybe Clarissa Shields next season. Next year. What do you make of that matchup?
It's a good matchup, but I always say skills pay the bills, talk is cheap. I wouldn't put, it'd be a very good fight. I'm not going to put anything past either women because they're both great fighters, but for me, I'm not going to lie to you, Clarissa Shields.
Do you think it might be too early for Chantal to get a fight? Obviously, she had 12 fights, 12 professional fights.
Do you know what? Possibly, but at the same time, she had a really good amateur background, same as Clarissa Shields. But like I say, the styles, amateur and the pro style is completely different, and anything can happen in boxing, as they say. So maybe a little too early. I think I saw a clip yesterday of an interview, and you could see the animosity.
Yeah,
with his Uncle T.
You're cool.
You're cool.
I saw the interview.
And you can see that. You see the squaring up, and you can see. Savannah Marshall had a nice little smile on her face. So, like I say, you just got to see. Boxing's boxing. Anything can happen in boxing, so you just got to see. But for me, I think Clarissa Shields.
I think it's too early for Chantal, because I think they're going on this whole thing of but I'd be
in the amateurs.
But that
yeah,
was
it's
the
not
amateurs.
the same game. It's really not the same game.
Clarissa Shields has been on the big stage.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Chantal Cameron, I think she'll struggle against Christina Hammer, and Shields.
Oh yeah.
And Shields schooled her. So
true. When you put it like that,
it's for me 12 fights, and you're a world champ. Actually, she's not a two-way world champion yet, but she's gonna get her opportunity again.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, you never know, but I think she's gonna take that belt.
Do you think maybe, obviously, you've got Terry Harper now a world champion and her rights as well. Do you think, obviously, after that 12 fights, people also want to be like try to be working for the title straight away? They don't want to wait around for that fight to maybe happen later down the line.
Yes and no, and also I think it's people's perception of boxing. I think they think you can only have so many fights and then you must fight for a world title.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. It's not like that at all. I think Terry Harper made the right move. Her ability is phenomenal.
Huge fan.
Me and Terry keep in touch as well, so big up to you, Terry. But honestly, I'm very firm. If you feel ready, then just go for it. But at the same time, it's true what you say. I'm early on in the career. It's not always a great route to go down. Shouldn't rush. I don't feel that your career should be rushed. She's young. She's got plenty of time to keep learning, a few more learning fights, and then take on the big stage and then win your world title.
That's why I believe it's also important to have a good team around you, let you know when the time ready. Maybe they'll hold you back a bit longer or push you, make you go for a title shot, which they believe you can maybe eventually win. So it's all about having
someone that's brutally honest in this game as well, not someone that's just going to beat around the bush. And that's like Alec, if I'm doing shit, he'll be like, that was shit. If I'm doing great, then he'll tell me I'm doing great. You need someone around you. You need a team that's going to be brutally honest. Because you've got people that will be around you, oh yeah, you look great, everything is great, and then come fight night, it's all out the window. You didn't look great, something wasn't right in camp, and so forth. So honesty is the best policy, as I always say.
So talk about not looking great. We had Billy Joe Saunders yesterday, retained his title. I was waiting to pronounce that guy's name. He dropped what's his name?
I'm the worst.
Yeah, I'm boxing names, you know. Well, he dropped his opponent 3 times in the 11th round.
Yeah.
For me, I watched the fight. Steph watched the fight last night. Very disappointed. Don't believe Billy Joe was at his best. Might be something maybe in terms of jet lag, maybe being out in the short notice. He said he had a bit of a cold as well. But for instance, he came through. He showed how great a champion he is by putting his opponent away.
I think he had to.
Yeah,
he had to.
I never seen Dominic Ingle so agitated in his corner.
I caught up with that this morning. Actually, obviously I worked last night, so I caught up with that this morning. And I wouldn't say it was a great performance from Billy Joe, but like I say, he's moving in the weights, and obviously might be the jet lag.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that. You really don't know really what goes on in camp. Nobody does, apart from the trainer and the coach. I mean, the trainer and the boxer, sorry. So, other than that, threw a great uppercut.
Yeah,
that uppercut was fantastic. I think I watched that 4 or 5 times over. But like I say, you learn and you move. Doesn't matter what rankings you're at. Doesn't matter how far you are in your career. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for learning.
The thing is, people are, especially media and pundits, they're so quick to jump down the boxer's throat if he has a bad fight or he's finished. He's this. Remember Fury's last fight?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way he's ready for Wilder. He's no way ready for AJ. And you're allowed to have one bad fight,
of course.
And he schooled Wilder. He
schooled him. That was great. I still watch that to this day. I've watched that 4 or 5 times over. It's great. It's true though. You say the media and the pundits, they're always quick. Could have been better. This could have been done here. This could have been done there. But at the end of the day, it's not you going in that ring and risking your life to entertain everybody else. And I think a lot of people don't realise that. Every boxer steps through them ropes. You put your life on the line for other people's pleasure. And like I said, everyone's always quick to sit with you when you're at the top. But when you're a sinking ship, no one who's there helping you out of the water. That's literally what it is.
Because everyone was Team AJ, and then I'm hearing people, oh, AJ, he can't box, he's not a great boxer, he's this, he's that. But it's like, but just before that fight, you said he's the best this country has, and
go AJ.
No one can beat him and stuff, and then that's it. But do you know what? Sometimes I think it's in every sport like that. I think people are so quick to judge when it comes to a bad performance.
Definitely. People always quick to judge, good or bad, and I think that's what kind of not ruins the sport, but it takes quite a bit away from it, because everyone who's quick to judge isn't the person that's putting the hours in and putting in the work.
Do you think he's ready for Canelo? I know that's a big statement, but judging by his skill set.
Listen, Billy Joe's got a great set of skills.
Yeah.
Phenomenal set of skills. I don't know if he's ready just yet for Canelo. I mean, that would be a great fight. I mean, you've got a power puncher versus what I'd just say a technical, great footwork. I don't know, it's a tricky one.
Or the division is out super middleweight. You've got some great fighters there. Tyler Smith, Demetrius Andrade. You could fight one of those two guys as well. I've seen him fight one of those
Jacobs.
Yeah, Dan Jacobs. Obviously, he's gone back down to middleweight at the moment there. But yeah, those two fighters at the moment currently hold more titles. Would you like to see him fight one of those two?
Callum Smith.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him see Callum Smith. That would be that would be really good for British boxing. That would be great. Demetrius Andrade. I mean, again, another great fight. They're both great fighters. So, but for me, Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders is the one.
That would be a great fight.
That would be a great fight.
That would be fantastic.
So, Haney was on the card last night. Great talent. Knocked out the guy in 5th round.
So he won on points.
Was it?
Yeah, he won on points. He didn't. It wasn't convincing. He dropped the guy in the
He
5th
dropped
round.
the guy in the 5th round. My mistake. Yeah.
Dropped the guy in the 5th round with a nice uppercut. Wasn't a great performance. This guy was very awkward. Had a long reach. It's made it hard for him. Maybe he's basically scuppered his work. Wasn't really allowed to be at his best. But he got through at the end of the day and he won on points.
What do you think of this whole franchise champion stuff? And they just gave Haney the belt.
I think nowadays in boxing it's easier to get the green belt. I was calling the green belts. Back in the day, you wouldn't get a green belt if you weren't fighting pound for pound.
Yeah.
And now I just feel like it's just a bit easier to get one, and they just not give them out, but they're just easier to get hold of. And if you ask someone, what is a franchise champion? What is a franchise champion? What is it?
You're basically the guy that represents that franchise.
Exactly.
The face of that
Yeah, which was a way.
Face.
You don't have to fight for. You don't have to defend your title. You're
just the
champion.
face.
Yeah, you're just the face.
You're the face of it.
Obviously, I want to talk about. Obviously, Deontay Wilder came out and said he doesn't want to be a franchise champion. He wants to fight the best. He believes that obviously he needs to be on his toes, knowing that someone wants to be champion and win it the right way. Do you agree with that? Obviously, you must agree with that. Obviously, that's
Of course, I agree with that. Any title, I believe, you should fight for.
Yeah.
You should fight for. You shouldn't be given or gifted, as people like to say. If it was me, I wouldn't want a title unless I fought it and I've won it fair and square. That for me that's the ultimate goal, to win and win it fair and square, and be known I'm the champion for a reason.
What about the main event last night? KSI, Logan Paul. Did you watch it? Did you see it?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't
I
see
didn't
it?
watch it. I'm not.
Do you know what? I didn't stay up and watch it. I watched it this morning.
I watched some replays on Instagram and stuff like that because it was just popping up on the newsfeed, but it's money. That is what it was for, money.
Do you know what? A lot of people had their money on Logan Paul. I had my money on KSI. For me, I believed he was going to win. He surprised me. He didn't box amazing. Did better than McGregor. I'll give him that. He did better than him.
You think?
I think he did better than him.
I just wouldn't even listen. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, go and watch it.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's just a bit of a mockery to put someone in a camp for 8 or so weeks and then give them a pro license and then they chuck some 8-ounce gloves on, no head. It's a bit of a mockery. You got people that train all their lives for this.
Yeah.
And they're making millions and millions.
Yeah.
And you've got people like small hall fighters that don't even get a chance to fight because they ain't sold enough tickets.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
And the fact that they're headlining the bill and there's 2 world champions on that bill, and undercard, I think is a disgrace.
That was very disgraceful. Me personally, I wouldn't have fought on the undercard. If that was me and I was in that position, I wouldn't have fought.
That's what I mean. I was about to say you should blame more the champions for agreeing to that.
Yeah, but it's money. I mean, for me, Billy Joe Saunders, he's not been active.
Follow the money now.
He's that's the reason why he's gone to matchroom, because he wants these big money fights. So that's why I believe he took that fight. But he's a world champion. Devin Haney's a world champion. Like Zora came out a week to say that he should be fighting on as the main event on some of these bills. So, for me, I don't agree with it. I didn't.
Yeah, because I remember when De Gale signed with Matchroom, his US debut, he was the main event when he defended his title. So Billy Joe Saunders should have been a main event debut.
Main event, yeah.
Haney as well. Like even though you got given the belt just now, your first title defense should be a main event thing. But
definitely, especially for Haney, you're from that country. That's your country.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah. It's mad because there was more KSI fans than Logan Paul, and he was the guy from the UK. I just loved Shannon Briggs' face afterwards.
Power of YouTube, I guess.
Yeah, I just loved it.
He said social media does amazing things. Multi-million pounds.
Yeah. It's not the end of it, because I think there's going to be a lot of Eddie Hearn revealed
Justin Bieber probably will be fighting next.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Eddie Hearn revealed that there's a lot of A-class celebrities that want the win of this fight.
But at the same time, you've got the likes of like Eddie Hearn pumping in this money into YouTubers, when really, for me, why not put on, like, say you got all these small show fighters, how many big cards does he do a year? It doesn't take him much out of the budget to just go, I'll take 2 small fighters and put them on the undercard. That's doing someone a big favour, exposure wise, ticket wise. It doesn't take much to do. He has the power to do that, and I think that's what he should be doing.
Yeah, I agree with you, because he has done small ball fights like Next Gen.
Yeah.
Doesn't do enough of it for me.
No.
I think there should be a bit more at your call, definitely. So he's capable of doing that. He's got the back end down, and I'm sure they will sell out. A lot of people will jump at the opportunity to fight on those cards as well, so.
Definitely, of course they would. Who wouldn't?
Yeah. He has revealed that next year he's going to do a all-women's event, in the sense of Katie Taylor will be in Sky Box Office, and all the undercards will be a women's fight.
I've heard of this because a few weeks ago before he said he wants at least one female fight on each undercard that he's doing at the moment, so he's trying to work on that. But that would be great. Again, great exposure for female boxing. There's plenty of room for it to grow and to keep growing. I mean, loads and loads of people are interested in it at the moment. I think they're saying a few of the fights are a bit more exciting than the male fights. So even the female football, the England game the other day, yesterday, loads of people were speaking about that. So we've just got to keep pushing, really.
That's what we can do.
I think she'd score 70,000 something, maybe 77,000.
I think 90. I think they sold out the whole stadium.
Yeah, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's the highest attendance for a women's game, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think that should be happening regularly. I think there needs to be more female international games at Wembley. I think it's fantastic.
I could see people the likes of Katie Taylor, if Clarissa Shields came here as well, selling out Wembley. Why not?
Definitely.
That's the main event.
Definitely,
I think so.
Why not? It's a main event. If it's the right fight, it's the right main event. And then obviously there's loads of females in the professional game now, and you'd sell out. You'd definitely sell out. So it's why not? No harm in trying it and seeing where it goes, because like I said, it's only gonna go up from here.
Nicola Adams, she just retired this week.
Retired, yeah.
You're a fan of hers?
Not really. I remember seeing her in Leeds when it was Warrington versus Selby.
Okay.
Remember seeing her there. Don't think it was a great performance, but again, like I said, setting it in for her hometown. Who wouldn't? They sold it out, Leeds, so that was great. Unfortunately, she just had to retire due to her eye.
Yeah.
She's had a great amateur career.
Yeah.
2 Olympic golds, history made. She was the pioneer of female boxing.
Yeah.
So the best of luck to her in her retirement. But other than that, I think she made the right decision on retiring. Like I say, health is more important in this game, and anything can happen to you in the blink of like seconds. So all the best to her.
Let's say something. Staying on retirement, they had the Andy Crawler last week.
Yeah.
Hand up his gloves. You want to talk a bit more about his career? Fan of Andy Crawler?
Fan of him. He's a great guy, great fighter as well. He's not what he never cherry picked. Always fought the best of the best. Can't really say a bad word about him. Great fighter. His abilities was great. It's always sad when you see that someone that you've watched over the years hanging up their gloves, and I dread to think the day that I have to hang up mine. So all the best to them in their near future.
Before we go, I always ask any fighter that comes on the show, if you had a dream fight venue, where would it be? World title fight, you had to pick any venue, where would be your first title fight? Where would your dreams come true?
For me, probably the O2.
O2 Arena?
Yeah, O2 Arena. I've seen some great fights in the O2. For me, that'd be a dream come true. Massive stage. It's local but not local, do you know what I mean? Been there often, but that's a dream come true for me. Hopefully world title in the O2 Arena. Just taking each day as it comes, and hopefully dream comes true.
Fantastic. For our listeners, if you want to remind them, if they want to get tickets for your fight on the 29th of November at your call, how can they do that?
You can follow me on Instagram. It is HULKY_100. You can message me by Facebook, which is Zoe Hunte-Smith. Also, I'm going to drop the guys' poster and my ticket line number, and just reach me there and message me. All support's appreciated.
Fantastic. And if any of you didn't get that, you can always DM us as well, and we'll pass the message on to Zoe as well for tickets. Any shout outs to any more sponsors or anyone?
Just shout out to all the boys at the Lansbury. Lewis Smith is fighting this weekend, November 16th, and Flav. So they'll be up there. That's a great show. It's in promotion with Hennessy Sports this weekend. And just big up all my sponsors again: Universal Decorating, GK Sports Coaching, the Eagle, and also Ernie at E Jackson and Roofing.
Fantastic. Zoe, thank you for coming on to the Bells and Whistles show. Hopefully we could get you back on next year with a strap around your waist.
Hopefully, definitely. Thank you for having me. Like I said, first interview of many. So.
Of course, thank you. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got Chiz and Tyrone in the building, and we're going to talk about Liverpool's third goal, because it's Liverpool 3, Man City 0. Stay tuned.
Oh, it's a bit nerve-wracking.
Come on here.